Okay, we're gonna give you the whole boat of me today while I'm setting up. Got my tripod. Can I zoom in? I don't know, is that good? Can I zoom in? Zoom, zoom. Zoomy. Well, how do I? That's not very nice. I can do the brightness. Why can't I zoom in? That's way not cool. I would like to zoom in. I'd like to zoom. Can't zoom in or out on this view. Well, okay, so anyways, like I was, is that gonna work? I don't know. Am I in there? Chair, this, okay. Oh my goodness. So this is gonna be a little bit me in my raw. Here is my white book, right? Kindle. I read book while I'm at park. I also have coffee. Plug Starbucks. No, don't get paid for that. It's not paid. So what has happened over the last month? Maybe some people thought I quit. Oh, cigar cutter, lighter, cigars. So I hope you guys don't mind. I'm not promoting or discounting cigarettes or vaping or anything. This is just me. This is me and my raw. I thought you guys might enjoy like seeing just exactly what I do. And I know some of you know that I live out of my car, but you know, there are certain things that you should do that you enjoy that keep your oh damn it, I forgot I police my own trash, so I usually bring a little Ziploc baggie, but I don't have one with me right now. Doesn't mean I won't police my trash. I'll just improvise and put it in the bag that I have for my little phone stand. Let's see, what's happened? Let's see, I broke Amazon twice. Okay, let's start back at, I had things I thought all set up with printing, a space, I have hardware. I had listed some stuff. I hadn't had it sent to FBA, so sending it to Amazon for fulfillment. And I was selling stuff before, like almost immediately, which caused me some challenges because I was out of town taking like a luxury day. I kind of got a hotel room and kind of decompressed for a day or so. And as soon as I got to my end destination, I got notified that I had like 2 days to get something shipped out, and it had to be there within like 5 days. I no sooner get finished with that, like immediately going back the next day afterwards, and having to send yet another item, which is not amazing. We still made profit, don't get me wrong, but the profit was greatly decreased because I had to pay normal ground shipping, which just like if you send it out the very next day, you're just going to get it there in time by Amazon standards. So you almost have to immediately react when you are fulfilling it yourself. So just keep that in mind, and the postal fee is going to be a lot greater than if you were to ship it to Amazon, because they give you a printout for your inventory and whatnot. So anyways, started doing that. came back, found out my little tablet, even though it could do a lot of the work for ordering and getting the stuff and making the little thumbnails for these videos, for some reason just couldn't print, or was printing funny. So there's like Wi-Fi printing now, and like it would only send like half of the information, and then like direct printing, it still was not quite right. So what it ended up happening was, see, what happened was, I had to reinvest a lot of the money that I was already making back into getting new hardware. At the same time, this phone now has replaced my old one, and I think on some of the videos I said that I'd never get rid of my Galaxy S7 Edge because I thought it was the most amazing phone like ever. Yeah, and mostly I just didn't like the design and where the fingerprint thing was on a lot of the other phones, and I thought it was really a great phone. Still very happy with it. But between that, my tablet, and the printing issues. Oh, a note for self, like any of you guys that are doing printer and getting refill for printer, just buy a new printer when the ink runs out, because I promise you, you'll get a better deal. Never buy that refill cheap ink either. It's shit. It's like horrible stuff. Always get the stuff that's supplied by the company, but it's actually cheaper to buy a whole brand new printer than it is to get your ink refill, or your refill cartridges. Almost by 20 bucks. So some crazy stuff. Just find a place that you can like recycle it somewhere in your neighborhood, because you don't want to just throw that stuff away. I mean, we do enough amazing stuff to Mother Earth as it is, so. So, anyways, back to story. At the same time, I had found out that T-Mobile was giving military discounts on unlimited high-speed internet for the phone. So I decided to check into that. I got all qualified. They just looked up, I guess, the year that I was in and whatnot, and they did that. They were also giving me, for my Galaxy S7 Edge, a $500 rebate, because I keep my stuff in very, very, very mint condition. I take really good care of my things. So, with that being said, let's see, I got a $500 discount. This is the actually Galaxy Note 9, the brand new one on the market. So I got 1,000. Oh, this is very much on the edge. We don't want the Galaxy to actually fall. Sorry. So sorry. Actually, it looks even better. So, hi again. This is the Galaxy Note 9. I'm so used to saying S7 Edge, but it's like, I don't know, 5 or 6 times the phone my old phone was, and I'm extremely happy with it. This is like, this phone can do everything, like quite literally everything. Like, you can draw on it, you can do just about anything. I'm about ready to see if I can get a reasonable like office package, and then see if I can get a USB or a USB keyboard or something for it. It's literally that kind of horsepower. Like, it's a mini laptop, all kinds of things. Like, they gave me, check this out, they gave me Bill Stencil. If you haven't seen him, go check out his channel. Bill keeps on talking about Fortnite. Well, they give me a download of Fortnite. I got a set of noise canceling USB headphones for like, they're like a $300 price tag. Those are going to be sold on Amazon, probably at a $50 discount. So if you're looking, you can go on Amazon and find out those headphones, and you'll get them for like a $50 discount from me. So I got the phone, I got internet, I got a like a, what do you call it? It's not refurbished, but it's like a consignment laptop, meaning that like it came from a business. It was already like it was new, not used, just an open box kind of thing. So I got a real laptop. It's still bottom line and basic business stuff, but only because I don't want to invest that kind of money into a laptop yet, especially when I'm still like in the car, and my backpack is already like 5,000 pounds from toting around everything that's absolutely important to me. Well, maybe not 5,000, but it's heavy. And got a replacement printer. Right as all of that happened was the first time I broke the internets, because all of my new hardware, I didn't realize that I had so much done, and I have an authenticator. It's a third-party like authenticator. It's through I think Google. But anyways, it's so that people can't just have your email and they can't just have your password. They have to have your device plus this that's an authorized device that generates random keys, so to speak, to get into your accounts, which I recommend everybody have. Just don't forget that you have them, otherwise you'll be locked out of your Amazon merchant account and every other account that you had on there. And I had like 9, and I totally forgot about them. I thought that I had all my bases covered, because the Galaxy has this amazing app that'll just literally carbon copy everything, including your applications and all the passwords in the background for all the networks and whatnot that you have, which I don't know if they have that same kind of thing for an Apple, but if they don't, go Android, go Galaxy. So that was my first breaking of Amazon. Had to get all that fixed. As I get that back up and running, I got shut down almost for 2.5, 3 weeks, like every other day. And the bank said it wasn't their end, and Amazon said it wasn't their end. And so every 2 or 3 days we were having a conversation, and then mysteriously, I don't know, both of them got tired of hearing from me, or one of them got tired, but it righted itself. So it righted itself, and so that was I guess the second breaking of Amazon, because I had to go through all of that just to get the storefront back up. As I get it back up, I get some notification letters, which you'll end up getting for taking merchandise off because they didn't wholesale it, yada yada yada. Just honor that, sell it on eBay, whatever. Don't upset or ruffle anybody's feathers. I mean, you're allowed to buy and sell what you want to, just maybe not in the same environment that they exist in. So keep that in mind when you're doing all of this, that it's all about adjusting. And life, what is it that they say that man makes plans and God laughs at man's plans? So he's laughed at me greatly this last month. We've been yucking up pretty good. So that's where I'm at. I'm back online. I should be sending hopefully my next box to Amazon FBA, hopefully tomorrow around 2:30, 3 p.m.-ish tomorrow. Then I can't do anything for like a week, because I had my tags, I had taxes for the plates, I had to get smog, so that took a lot of my income. Because as I'm doing all this, know that the money that I'm putting in Amazon would have gone towards rent, and I refuse to not save money in the meantime, and I won't touch any of that kind of savings. So this is all the residual income that's going towards making this business. I'm going to try and get back on weekly. If I don't have something to tell you about FBA, I'll just tell you about what's going on in my life, maybe a funny story. But we're going to get back on track for all this, because you guys aren't going to watch if I don't put anything up, and I really want you guys to know that really no matter where you're at, whatever obstacles you think that you have, that you only get sent challenges that you can actually handle. I honestly believe that, whether or not you believe in God or the universe or you're atheist, I don't know, but the human condition is to be challenged. That's just the way life is. I mean, nothing's going to be roses forever, and nothing that is horrible is going to last forever. So just know that it's an ebb and flow, and that depending on where you see the ebb and the flow, just be prepared that things are going to be bad. I mean, have something on the side for oh my goodness moments. Like, I wasn't expecting that. This sounds really bad, but most of your problems can be solved with a little bit of money. Not all of them. Money can't buy you happiness, obviously, or love, or anything that really counts. But it can help you overcome a lot of your just daily frustrations, whether it be taxes that you weren't expecting, or something broke, or the list goes on. So anyways, that's kind of what's been happening all month. I got the hardware back. I don't think I charged everything, so I'm gonna have to charge like my laptop and stuff and be prepared to do that towards getting the FBA out tomorrow. So that's where we're at with that. I hope anybody doesn't find this offensive. I mean, this really is kind of just me. I don't promote or not promote. You guys can tell me it's bad. It's okay. It's just me. Probably won't change what I'm doing. I'm pretty happy and comfortable with who I am as a human being and as a person. So everybody's allowed their own opinions. I promote open conversation. I like anything, and I'm really bound and determined to make this all work. So just to give you kind of an overview of where I'm at and what some of my like short-term goals are, my like midterm and my long-term goals. My long-term goal is only going out like 5.5 years, because I literally want to be in a space to where I have my FIN number. And for those that don't know what an FIN, it's your financial independence number, meaning that you can do whatever you want because you choose to, not because you have to. You just have to find out how much you have in the bank to have that independence, like that free will and choice. Mine, I want it to be there by the time I'm 55. I'm 49 and I'll be 50 in March. So we really want that to be happening. So again, when you're doing something new, there are going to be challenges. You're going to learn a lot. It's going to be messy. It's going to be frustrating and ugly. And all it is finding out how serious you are about it. Because everything that you learn, you're not going to make the same mistake, hopefully more than once or maybe a couple times before you're like, oh, yeah, let's not do that anymore. That wasn't bueno. But so yeah, you're gonna be challenged. Things aren't that easy. I mean, you get a lot of those guys, and Bill likes to talk about like these gurus, and I've seen a lot of them. I've worked with a lot of really wealthy people before. I had a stint where I was in the insurance industry, and anytime you're a person that can make money for people that have money, you're going to get paid a lot of money. So I knew some people that were extremely wealthy, and they're just normal people too. However, uh, with a lot more money becomes a lot more responsibility and work. I mean, that's just the way it is. If you don't have a lot of money, there's not much that you have to worry about, right? You're worrying about like paying the bills and stuff, but later on you're worrying about like how can you keep that, what you're going to do with it, how you can keep more of what you make, not have people take stuff, whether it be, you know, your taxes. I mean, you're always going to be dealing with the IRS to a certain extent. Sometimes they're a little bit more greedy than I think that they need to be. New laws are going to get passed. Things that you could put your money in before, you can't put it in now. I know this all sounds kind of nebulous. I'm just trying to cover a lot of ground. A lot of it happened, and I'm sorry for that. I really am. But like I said, we're gonna try and make sure that this all keeps going, and we keep moving forward. Anyways, back to, I'd tell you about my short, my mid, my long term. My long term is my financial independence number, which is at 55. That's 5.5 years from basically, we'll say today. Short term is 6 months from now. Actually, almost 5 months from now. I want to be doing Amazon is my full-time employment for myself. I don't want to be working for anybody anymore. I don't feel that I'm very employable anymore. Yeah. And for as hard as I work and as nice as I get very frustrated for things that are basically wrong, in my opinion, with companies, just flat out. I mean, I feel that they've gone to the wayside, that everybody's got the attitude that if you don't want to work, fine, we'll get somebody to replace you. You're just a number. And I don't agree with any of that. I mean, companies can be great again and have some loyalty back to their people, not just the people having loyalty to the company and then just being let go. I mean, that's a common theme nowadays, which is just wrong in my opinion. Or you hear the story of a poor guy that worked for the post office for, I don't know, 40 years, and they give him a gold-plated, it's not even a Rolex, it's just some gold-plated knockoff of some horrible watch by Citizen or something. But so in basically 5 months from now, I literally would like to be in the position to be able to have the choice of not to work where I'm at, to be able to sustain myself at a reasonable pay. It may not be $5 grand, it may not be 10, that's okay. I'm shooting more towards the $2,000 to $3,000 mark, probably 3. 2's not going to do much for me, but it's at least got to be $3,000 a month, which you times 12 is 36,000, minus said taxes. We'll say that's 36. That's still in the lower tax bracket, so that's probably 17, 20% maybe. I know once you get over, I think it's still the same, but I think once you get over 75, it's more in the 30 something tax bracket, 33%. But I think 36 is still in the lower tax bracket. But at least there I'll be able to have choices immediately following in that 5 months. We're looking at obviously a place. We'll do a whole video on a place to do. Past that, the next milestone is going to be to get up to $10,000 a month doing the FBA. Past that, I want to do a whole launch with Bill Stencil. I have that on video here. Maybe I can actually arrange a meet with him at that point, and we can kind of do things as we're going. Kind of give a step-by-step and a real life, like this is us doing it from like zero to go. Him being the mentor, I just have to find out what kind of little bucket of money I'm going to have to launch said first item. I think he was saying somewhere there in the range of like $6,000. We could probably do something for less, but I don't want to do a lesser thing and get like lesser. I just want to do it right the first time and limit the risk as much as possible by having Bill there as much as I can have him there. Even if I have to pay for his time to be there. After that, we'll kind of go from there. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to do something similar to, there's a guy out there, I don't know if you've seen him, and if you have, or you haven't, check him out too. I mean, Bill Stencil's a great guy, but I also like this guy called Keith. I think it's Keith Kniep. Keith Kniep, because he's keeping it real, and he does a one-dime thing. And I would love to try and set up something similar to like the one-dime organization for people that literally come from like nothing to doing some great stuff, just making money. And what I think I'd rather do though is he just strictly does Amazon, whether it be FBA or arbitrage. I'd like to open that up to just, you know, people and making money through the different avenues, like kind of like Bill gives a whole bunch of ideas. I'd like to have like segments of that in little group communities underneath that one bigger umbrella that actually gets together, maybe has like a business conference on it. So these are just ideas that are rolling out in my head, which is somewhere between like years 3 and 5-ish. Hopefully by then I'm solidified really well and things are kind of rolling on all cylinders, and I can exclude myself. I imagine the arbitrage is going to take me about a year and a half as I'm going through it. After that, I'd like to not do that and just strictly do the what do they even call it anymore? I forget the name. It's not drop shipping. What is it? Anyways, it's when you make your own product. You have your own product and brand and get out there. I can't, for the life of me, the name escapes me right now, and I apologize. So we're gonna actually cut this short, I think, with the other intro, the little park and stuff, and I have a counter of like 28:52. We're gonna cut this light at 30 minutes. I know I was kind of all over the place, and I think what I'll do maybe next time is I'm gonna start using pen and paper, put that out here as a like actually have a format and bullet points, and just kind of stick to the script, because people that do the script are amazing. I'm kind of trying to use this as a raw documentary, so you guys are just given at like my mental state and where I'm at, and kind of as I'm skipping all over the place, you're gonna get to see exactly how and what it is that I feel and do. So on that, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed the little park scene. I really hope that you guys like the background and what's going on here. I do hope that you enjoy just like spending some time with me. Um, but just if you guys are in a rough space, just know that it'll pass. It will pass. I promise. You just have to gut it out. Like, you have to know things are going to get better, and you have to work towards that getting better. You can't just, like, it's not, if you don't do anything, I promise you things will get worse. You need to do something. You absolutely have to do something. And that's where I'll kind of leave this. So you guys keep on hanging in there. Try, work hard. Get everything that you want in life. And I will see you next week. All right. Peace out.